Hey YouTube, it's Durak Master, and I'm recording this Monday night, and yesterday we had our first little local Kaijudo tournament. I organized a tournament for people in my area at my local store, and there were only 4 people there, and it was the first tournament. We didn't get the word out too much, so I wasn't surprised. I was hoping for 6, but ended up winning it. The other person there that is the other best player in my area. He kinda ran an experimental deck that I just ran over. His current deck beats me quite consistently, and I'll get into that later. I just wanted to show you guys the deck I was running at the tournament and get it out there. So this is going to be a Water Nature Darkness control build. I was running, Nature Darkness for a while, even with the new stuff. I was trying Light Dark, but I don't have all the Darkness stuff yet. I'll also get into some of that in a minute when I finish going over the deck. So, I'll explain a few things after I'm done with this, but we'll get right into it. So, first off, I run 3 Razorkinder, 3 Zagon, 3 Fumes. I'm not sure if I want to switch those for 3 Bat Breaths or not. I'll talk about that after. 3 Terror Pit, and 2 Death Smoke wraps up the Darkness cards. For the Nature, we've got 3 Bronze Arm Tribe, 3 Razorhide, 3 Root Trap, and 2 Return to the Soil. I put these in here because of Gilliflame the Assaulter. He's a pain. Can't really get rid of him unless he hits a shield that kills him. And that wraps up Nature, so I'm going to move into Water. I've got 2 Reef Prince Glurgle, 2 Aqua Seneschal, 3 Frogzuka, 3 Refi, 3 Veil Vortex, and 2 Spy Mission. So, as I said before, this is just the deck I ran at our first local tournament. By no means the best I could have gotten it, but it came out pretty good. I'm going to get into a few things now that I wanted to discuss from my deck. So, first off, Reef Prince Glurgle is very nice and helps search. It searches the top 4 cards of your deck, which is insanely helpful. And the thing is about him that he costs 5, so that's kind of hard for me to get out. Sometimes, late game at least, he comes out and I can't play the stuff I search. A lot of times late game, if I manage to have 11 mana, I'll search the Zagon and then play the Zagon right away, but most of the time I just search something and don't play it until the next turn. So that can be a drawback, but overall, searching the top 4 cards of your deck is really helpful. I want to go over my choice on 2 Aqua Seneschal. That was just really a room thing, and he really doesn't get to attack more than once, very often at least. So I kind of just had to run what I had room for. 3 Frogzuka. I know I could be running different blockers that cost less or whatever, but this is just a tech choice on my part for Gilliflame. Once again, a pain to deal with, and anything I can do to get rid of him is very nice, so I can't really argue with having this thing in there. He just gets killed a lot before he can kill a Gilliflame, but at least he gets my opponent's control out of the way, because my friend runs Nature Darkness Fire, and it's kind of a control rush deck. He does the same thing with the Nature Darkness control build, and then splashes in some fire stuff for a little bit more shield triggers and control. Plus, he gets the Gilliflames, which are an absolute pain to deal with because they're 5,000 and go back to your hand and they fast attack. So, that's, as I said, why I have 2 of these in there. I would be running Bone Blades over those, but it would offset the balance of how many nature cards I have in the deck. So typically when I draw this, it just goes into the mana zone. I'm a huge fan of Terror Pit and Root Trap. Once again, with Razorhide, looking back on it, he doesn't get to attack more than once most of the time. Often he is wasted. So the only thing with that is his effect does advance mana 1 turn, and it comes out a turn before the Bronze Arm Tribe. So I don't know whether or not I would want to run Karate Carrot over him, because Karate Carrot stays out for a while. People don't want to kill it. It's powerful. Just overall, it's got that effect on people. I'm running the Death Smokes now as opposed to before on top of the Razorkinders, because I just don't like not having control over the opponent and what they're playing. So that's just how I had to play it. I ran all of that, and just go over some stuff. The Fumes, they're not too useful as far as attacking goes, per se, but they are definitely useful in the discard aspect. If you can control the opponent through controlling their hand, it's really useful. I'm looking forward to base set. It's bringing a lot of cool new stuff. I think when base set comes out, I might start running more light. But for now, light just doesn't offer enough as far as spells go, in my opinion. They're kind of weak spells. And as good as their creatures are, they're very blocker heavy. And if I mix them with another deck, they need to be able to pull their weight in the spell department for control, because the blockers just don't cut it. That just gets you decked out or whatever. You face that problem if you're trying to play other people. You can end up decking out or deck them out, but that's just got to be something that you factor in. But going back to Fumes, the control in the hand size is really good. I'm not running Ghost Spy because the opponent kind of gets a choice on that, and I knocked my tripod there. And giving the opponent any sort of choice in what happens is kind of annoying, because they get to wait to give you the opportunity to have Ghost Spy die, and it can be a pain because it won't end up getting its full effect off to really work, and they know it's coming, whereas Fumes you can drop on them after anything. I've even done this in combination with Fumes on stuff like Razorkinder, where I had no way to get rid of Razorkinder and I needed creatures, but at the same time I had to get rid of some stuff, so this thing in combination with Fumes makes it safe to put things back in hand, and then you get to discard them. So if they have no hand, you can return it to hand and then make them lose their hand, which is pretty cool. We're obviously getting that Razorkinder puppet in base set that just lets you look at the opponent's hand and discard, which is, it's going to be hard to figure out what to do in base set. I'm having trouble figuring things out for myself. This is a really fun game. I'm getting a lot better at it, testing a lot with my friend, the other really good player from my area. I've yet to find anyone that's really good other than him that I've been able to play with, at least. I know one person that was good in Duel Masters, but they're not playing right now in Kaijudo, so don't get to play them. And that's mostly it. Gonna keep trying to figure out ways that I can get around Gilliflame. The only problem I see with Frogzuka as an answer to Gilliflame is that he dies too easily. He dies to every single removal spell in this game except for Rock Bite. so he's not exactly the most useful. They can just drop something and get rid of him. So, that's all I can say about that. But yeah, Gilliflame is being a big pain right now. And I guess there are a few other things in this, like me not running Slayers. But other than that, that's about it for the deck. I will be testing this more. I will be doing what I can to make all of my decks as good as possible and get them to you guys in their final forms. But this did win me the tournament, which got me 4 packs. I pulled my 5th Alcadius from it. I had 3 going into the tournament. I pulled 1 for prizes, and I traded for 1 from someone else, and I now have 5 Terror Dragons. So I do have a playset of every single card in Kaijudo to this point, and that includes the holofoil Draglides for anyone that doesn't know, and I intend to keep it that way, but as a side effect, I will have a lot of spares, and will be working my best to get more super rares and very rares for people that need them. So I will be putting out trade binder stuff, but for the most part, I don't know how much I'll be trading as opposed to selling. I might trade for stuff, at a slight profit to get you guys what you need and get me something that's worth having for later. Or I might just sell stuff. We'll work that out later. Maybe once base set comes out, I can trade for the base set stuff that you guys pull and don't need, yet need the stuff that I have from Dojo Edition. But who knows about that? I mean, I don't know if Alcadius is being reprinted or Terror Dragon or whatever, but for now, those are the supers I have spares of. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update at the end of this video about how that's going, and give me any suggestions you want on this deck. There are a lot of things I have thought about, so if you comment on something and I've already thought about it, I will probably comment back saying I've already thought about that, here's my opinion on why I'm not doing it, or why I'm doing this over what you commented, and maybe we can get a discussion going that way on just why we do what, and get some more opinions in this so that both of us can come out of it with more knowledge than we went in with, and make better decks and better decisions in this game as a result. I really do want to work with the Kaijudo community on improving everyone's performance in this game, and just improving the community as a whole. That being said, any of you guys that live in the Massachusetts area, the Worcester-ish area, that want to play Kaijudo, we do have Kaijudo tournaments going on Sundays at 4 p.m. at my local store, The Wiz. Not sure exactly what town it's in. They moved it, so I'm not positive if it's still in the same town. I'll try to put a link to their website in the description of this video, and you guys can check them out. Be sure to comment if you are interested in going, and the tournaments are, tournaments where you have to bring your own deck, so if you want to do that, please comment and check out the website in the link in the description, maybe even on the video if I remember. And by the way, if I forget to link it in the description, please comment on that, and I will get right on that. And I hope to see some of you guys there if you live in the area and want to show up. We have, there is product sold there, like the starter decks and all that stuff, so if you need it, you can buy it when you show up. I will have trades, obviously. If you want to just try to get a deck from me, I have all my spare commons and stuff. I've bought quite a number of boxes and stuff. I have everything that I need, and quite a few spare supers and a few very rares and stuff like that, as I've just gone over. So if you guys want to get stuff like that from me when you get to the tournament, we can work something out that way, instead of you buying the stuff from the store, although I would still encourage you to buy yourself the dual starter decks, the battle decks that came out, because if you don't have any cards in this game and are interested in it, that's where you get a lot of your good stuff that I can't get you. You get Terror Pits, which I do have spares of, Root Traps I have spares of, but things that I wouldn't have spares of for you are Zagon. So if you're going to run any sort of darkness deck, this is your main finisher. I don't have any spare Razor Kinders, so that's a problem for you. All that stuff is in the dual starter decks, and you would really want to check those out. So that's my advice for any starting players, and if you're in the area, feel free to check out the store on Sundays. And we start around 4. Feel free to be there earlier, like 3:30. I should be there every week by 3:30 or so. And I hope to see you guys there if you live in the area, and if not, I hope to hear in the comments your opinions on this deck. And maybe we can get some discussions going on how to improve this, and maybe just learn some stuff about the game for everybody. So, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry I went on for so long at the end, but I had a lot of things to cover. And I'll wrap it up now. So, thanks for watching, guys, and have a nice day.